Hi everyone, welcome to the walkthrough for the Hapara workspace for Unit 1, Working with Money for Map 10-3. This is basically a video that shows you how to use this workspace and how to progress. Please keep in mind that various things will need to be printed, some things, it's going to be kind of a mix of everything. So what I want to do just right now in the brief video is just kind of show you the general flow. And once you've done this a few times, you'll find this very, very easy. First of all, let me guide your direction to the goals column, which really only has one thing. Inside of this link right here, this PDF file, is your learning objectives. These are the learning goals that you have for this unit. And if you click on that, it will load a new window, a new tab, sorry, and it will show you the learning goals for this unit. But what you're going to basically be using is you're going to work through more or less the resources column, this vertical column, and sometimes referring to evidence. Now, just so you know, this video, once it is recorded, it will be the very first thing under resources. Okay, so that's where you'll be playing this from. Now, the very first thing you're going to do when you come to this workspace, you're going to watch this video. Once you've watched that and you kind of know how things roll, you're going to start with the Unit 1 pre-assessment. And it says, look over in the Add Evidence column to find the pre-assessment for Unit 1. So you would use that as your cue to go over here to evidence. And it tells you right here what the pre-assessment is for. There's a little show button here, or show more button, that allows you really to figure out what this is all about. What you will need to do with your teacher, while you and your teacher can decide what to do. This is the pre-assessment right here. It loads. You may want to print it out and answer it there. You may want to answer it on a separate piece of paper. That's up to you and your teacher that you are working with. Then the next thing you're going to need once you're done the pre-assessment is you're going to need the pre-assessment key. Now, what's that all about? That's the answer key for this pre-assessment. Now, you and your teacher should talk about that and what the purpose of that is, but we kind of want to know where you stand, what you know, what you don't know, maybe some skills you need extra practice on, and you and your teacher will figure that out. So that now is the pre-assessment. So then you would go back to resources, and it says here, Unit 1, Working with Money Notes Package. Now you are going to need this printed out. So your teacher might provide this to you. I'll show you what it looks like. But basically, this is a notes package that has everything that you're going to cover, plus the information, plus the assignments. And I'm going to be referencing these throughout the videos and in regards to homework. So this is a must. You are going to need this. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to move on to vocabulary. And the vocabulary, it actually says, complete a vocabulary assignment that will introduce you to important terms, so on and so forth. Now, where do you look for that? It says pages 3 to 5 of the note package. So you printed off this note package. The assignment is on pages 3 through 5. Once you've completed the vocabulary, now you're ready to move on to some learning. And the first thing you're going to learn, it says Unit 1, Review, Simplifying Fractions. And there's a bit here, it says students will review, learn how to simplify fractions. Notes package, page 6. So now you have a notes package in front of you. You know what page to go to. What you would do then is you would watch this video. And I will play this for you here. Let's jump open. Now, that video will take you through a lesson on how to review and simplify fractions. Once you have completed that video and you've gone through it, and remember you can watch it as many times as you like, you would just go down further down the column and you would now go with this homework practice. That's your practice in regards to simplifying fractions. Once you and your teacher are happy with your progress, well, what would you do? You would continue down the column. Now you're on proportional reasoning. So what would you have? You would have a notes package in front of you. You would fill in the notes because I'm talking over them in this video. Watch it as many times as you like, so on and so forth. Speak with your teacher. Once you're happy with your learning, what you would do is you move on to this practice. It says page 7, number 1 to 6. Work with your teacher, get the answers, look at what you're having trouble with. And you're going to continue on in this fashion throughout the unit. If I show you another one, eventually you're going to get to, let's say, calculating unit price. Well, you would have a notes package in front of you, which talks about calculating unit price. You would watch this video, and then this is what you need to complete. Page 12 in the notes, 1 to 3. Page 13 in the notes, 1 to 3. Page 14 in the notes, 1 to 3. And then I actually added in these 2 extra pages that you would have to complete. Once you've completed those, you've showed your answers to your teachers, you've checked your answers, well then, keep on going. So where does this end? If you progress down, once you progress down through this column, you will see that you will reach the end and you'll say, pardon me, it is now time to do a formative assessment. Look over in the Add Evidence column to find the formative assessment for Unit 1. So you would jump up here to the Evidence column, Formative Assessment. Now the formative assessment basically is, we want to figure out what you know, what you don't know, what you need help with. And this is almost like a practice assignment that you need to complete, but it is not for marks. You'll also see that the answer key has been provided for you. This is what you make of it, but we want to work with you and ensure that you understand the content for this unit. Then, once you've completed the formative assessment, that's right here, it says now, it is now time to do a summative assessment. Now that is something that will be over here on the right-hand side. It says, please obtain the summative assessment from your teacher. This is for marks. You will not have help for this. This is something that you must complete on your own, and it will be collected for marks. Finally, you'll see it says it is now time to do a final summative assessment. And that, of course, will also be over in the Add Evidence column. So everyone here, the flow is quite simple. You're going to be working through some lessons. You're going to be working through homework, assignments, and practice. You're going to have a lot of chances to make mistakes, fix them, clarify your understanding. Really, all you need to do is follow the flow of this Apara workspace, and you will have no troubles progressing. Please work with your teacher. Check your work all the time, because you want to ensure that you are understanding what you are learning. That is a general, somewhat brief walkthrough of how to use this Apara workspace.